Let me put it up a little bit. I want you guys to hear me right now. The mic is hot. We're live with another one. Let me hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Right here. That's too close to my neck. That looks stupid. That looks just right. All right, guys. The mic is hot, guys. We are live with another one, guys. Okay. We are live with another one with this tight ass shirt I got on. Okay. But welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Like I always say, this is your channel, and thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, let's get straight into the topic, guys. With all the debacle going on, Donald Trump, making his announcement that there's going to be a huge event over there at the White House lawn, and Dana White finally making his UFC media appearances, okay? And everybody, coming out of the woodworks, including Jon Jones, after 2 weeks of getting out of a car crash and retiring, okay? We also get more news that it honestly seems crazy to me, guys. It honestly seems nuts to me. But Tony Ferguson announces that he has a fight coming up, and it's going to be a boxing fight, guys. Look, I'm a huge Tony Ferguson fan. Okay, for those of you who are not new to the channel, I am a huge Tony Ferguson fan. So when I hear this news about Tony Ferguson coming, going into boxing, and he's still continuously keeps making mistakes. I once again fell down to my knees, guys. I fell down to my knees. I couldn't believe it. I just honestly, I pray at night. I pray at night that Tony Ferguson never ever competes again. As a fan, I do not want to see him in the octagon. I don't want to see him in a boxing ring. I don't want to see him anywhere. Okay. Blazing Burns, what's going on? Welcome to the chat, Blazing Burns. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. Breaking news, Tony Ferguson seems to be feeling himself and says that he has a boxing fight coming up, which I think is idiotic. The guy needs to stay away from mixed martial arts or anything that has to do with fighting or competing on any level. And I'm just saying that because I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. I don't want to see the guy get hurt anymore, okay? He's taken enough L's. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Let me read some of these comments. Hi, that like button if you haven't. Hit that like button if you haven't. Thank you, Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness. I appreciate you. What a name that is. Say that 300 times. Wow. But welcome to the chat, guys. Let me tell you something. Look, there's a lot of crazy shit going on out here in the world, man. A lot of crazy shit. I mean, Jon Jones gets into a car accident, leaves the scene, girl in the car, half naked, okay? Calls Dana White on the telly, finally retires, relinquishes his heavyweight strap, makes Tom Aspinall finally the reigning champion of that heavyweight division that's in just shambles, okay? There's enough going on in the UFC, and now we hear Tony Ferguson is actually competing in boxing. I want to fall down to my knees and just shed tears, just shed multiple tears because I don't want to see it, guys. I really don't. Let me read some of these comments. I got you with the like. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. Definitely not. That's not happening, guys. Okay, who is Lamar Jackson? It sounds familiar. Lamar Jackson sounds familiar. It sounds like a basketball player or something like that. Lamar Jackson. Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is, guys. But guys, let me ask you guys a question real fast. Where's everybody from? Let me know on the chat. Where is everybody from? Where are you communicating me with? Through, and where are you from? Sorry, I messed that up. But yeah, I'm trying to know where everybody is at, man. You know what I mean? Where is everybody at in the world? I see people from India. I see people from England. I see people from all over the world on my chat. And let me tell you something, guys. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys because y'all are building this channel. This is your channel, like I always say, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. So go ahead, rapid fire. Let me know what you guys want to chat about on, the chat here. Compton. That's what's up, Juice, man. Compton, man. I never been to Compton, but I would like to two-step over there. You know what I mean? Go over there and nah, let me stop. But that's how they talk. So they don't say, you know what I mean? That's more New York. But yeah, I don't know. My California homie talks like that. But he's not from Compton. But dude, I don't know. Everything is like I don't know. It's pretty dope though. Pretty dope, fresh. That's what's up though. Ferguson's still fighting. That man rather die than retire. My point exactly, guys. Tony Ferguson is over here ducking and dodging fences. Okay, I don't want to see Tony Ferguson compete in anything, and it's sad to see that he's still competing. He's taken enough L's. I mean, he's tied BJ Penn, if I'm not mistaken, for the longest losing streak of all time in the UFC, which tells me I don't want to see Tony Ferguson compete in anything. Anything. Let me read some of these comments. But I'm from Long Beach, just live in Compton, hence the 562. 562, got you, Juice, man. That's what's up. 562, that's what's up, man. California. You know what I mean? I got to go to California. I really do. I got to go to California one day. I just never been. I never been to California. I never been that far to the west side. You feel me? The farthest I ever been to California is listening to Tupac, and Tupac is from New York. You feel me? You know what I mean? California love. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Where are you from? Originally, I am from New York City. I'm from New York. Originally, that's where I'm from. But I am in the South, and I've been in the South for a very long time. So I actually consider myself more Southern than than a New Yorker. But every time I bump into another New Yorker, for some odd reason, they know I'm from New York. It's very odd. I don't ever know how they know, but they know, and yeah, that's how it breaks down. But guys, I mean, somebody needs to talk to Tony Ferguson, man. Tupac was born in New York. Cali raised and made him. LOL. I feel you. Hey, I feel you, man. I feel you. Oakland legend. Yes, man. Hey, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I understand Tupac was born in New York. That's why I mentioned it. You know what I mean? And I understand, you know what I mean? California kind of like made him who he was. It kind of raised him into the man that he ended up becoming, right? Because there's two different sides of Tupac, because I grew up in the 90s, so, and I was really close with bodegas. Like my family was really into bodegas back then. And growing up, I heard stories about Tupac. I heard stories about Tupac getting jumped on the block. And he wasn't a tough guy. Tupac was not a tough guy. He was no tough guy at all. Like in New York City, when he was growing up as a teenager, Tupac was not a tough guy. I know stories from dudes that, for real, they jumped the dude. They used to jump that guy. They used to jump Tupac. He used to run. He used to run away from the block. But, you know, he grew up, went to Cali, you know what I mean? And it kind of changed his perspective on things. And he ended up becoming a man, and a man that, you know what I mean, was never going to back up to anybody. And I can respect that, honestly. So when it comes to Tupac, I hold him near and dear, you know what I mean, close to my corazón, to my heart, because he's a great representative when it comes to, you know, what a man should look like, and how a man should represent himself, for sure. But yeah, let me read some of these comments. LOL, New York always trying to claim Tupac. LOL, I love it. It's all banter. It's fun just kidding with you, bro. No, you good, bro. You good. LOL. I don't care. I just like UFC. That's what's up, man. I like UFC as well, man. I love UFC, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right now, man, the UFC. I mean, it's at its most popular height, man. I remember back in the day. Honestly, if you read the story on my channel, man, I used to go to restaurants and try to have UFC played at the bar, because no bars used to play UFC fights. And finally, I got a restaurant to play it, man. But back in the day, nobody knew about UFC. And now, right now, we're at like we're at a point where it's you know, the UFC is just as popular as any other sport organization that you mentioned. You can mention NBA, NHL, MLB, all those organizations. The UFC is you know, at par when it comes to you know, being as popular as those organizations right now. And I mean, if you look at the viewership, you know, with the NBA Finals, I mean, that was most likely the worst viewership of all time, which tells a story because the UFC, even though nobody's buying pay-per-views, they're still very, very popular. And I mean, they're holding events at the White House now. No other, you know, sports organization that I know ever held a game or an event at the White House, which makes me very happy. Makes me very happy for mixed martial arts. It really does. Um, depressing when no UFC. Yeah, man, there's no UFC today. Bro, same. The bars wouldn't play it. Yeah, man, the bars would not play it. Back in the day, the bars would not play it for some odd reason. I don't know. They they didn't even know what I was talking about. I remember back in the day, I used to go, "Hey, can you play some UFC?" They used to look at me like I was retarded. Like, what are you talking about? We're playing we're playing every sport that we know of. We got hockey on, we got basketball, we got baseball. Like what else, man? You want us to put on some cricket? Like, and I used to be like, "No, man, it's fighting. It's mixed martial arts, man." And they used to not have a clue what I was talking about, man. So yeah, we struck up a deal though. We struck up a deal for sure. But yeah, no UFC event this weekend, but we do have an event uh next weekend, and that is Derek Lewis versus Teixeira. A heavyweight bout. You know, I'm not really excited for that one. You know, the fight that I'm looking forward to is definitely Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. That card, I'm very excited for that one. I think Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, they always come out to bang. So it's definitely going to be an interesting, entertaining fight. But that happens in 2 weeks. Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier happens in 2 weeks, so we have a little bit of time to wait for that. But I mean, it's a sad story when, you know, we have John Jones over here claiming that he wants to fight at the White House. We have Conor McGregor claiming that he wants to fight at the White House. I tell you what, guys, if we get Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at the White House, I might just throw up. I might just throw up, honestly, because it's a joke at this point. It's a joke at this point. Michael Chandler doesn't deserve anything at this point. He doesn't, and Conor McGregor doesn't deserve it either. Catching cases in bathroom stalls. I don't want to see him at the White House at all. Okay, not at all. And I definitely don't want to see Michael Chandler at the White House. He's taken enough L's, enough beatings. You know what I mean? I mean, the only thing I do want to see is a rematch between Dan Hooker and Michael Chandler for Dan Hooker to get that L back. That's the only thing I want to see. All right, because Dan Hooker deserves it. Just saying. All right, no disrespect to Michael Chandler, but all due respect. But yeah, guys. There's really nothing exciting happening this weekend. The biggest news this weekend is that Donald Trump announcing that they're holding an event at the White House. That's the biggest news that we got going on right now. There's pretty much nothing else going on, you know. It's as it stands right now, though, I do want to mention, as it stands right now for my UFC fight predictions, I'm 140 wins and 95 losses. So that's 140 wins and 95 losses. That makes me like above 600. I mean, above 600, above 60%. Sorry about that. Above 60% when calling it. So that's a good record. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good record. Hopefully, I could continue the wins. You know what I mean, and calling it. You know what I mean, really, really good. The last event, I went 7-4. Not bad for a night for calling the UFC events. So we're gonna keep you making these UFC fight predictions for 2025. You know what I mean? Try to put money in people's pockets. That's for sure. I know people people hit me up and tell me all the time that you know I won them some money. So That's good for them. You know what I mean? Good for them. Win some money, get your dollars up. You know what I mean? I'm not over here betting, but if you are a betting man, I could put some money in your pocket. I could put some money in your pocket. You feel me? Um, but yeah, guys. I mean, let me know. Let me know on the chat. Would you like to see Jon Jones actually at the White House? Would you like to see Michael Chandler fight Conor McGregor at the White House? I want to know what the fans, you know what I mean, are saying. You know what I mean? You guys represent the fans. I want to know. I want to know. Does Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor, deserve to fight at the White House? And does Jon Jones deserve to fight at the White House? And who would Jon Jones fight? Hello. What is up, Wolf Chief? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Like I always say, guys, this channel is your channel. You guys are doing a great job of continuously building this community. All right. And like I always say, this is the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right. Do you agree with the new pound for pound rankings? No, I don't, Wolf Chief. I do not agree with the pound for pound rankings. I actually made a vid about it. All right, I went live a couple vids ago, and I actually made my pound for pound ranking list. And my pound for pound ranking list, it went like this. I think, with all due respect, I think Ilia Topuria is actually fighting sloppy seconds of Islam. So it doesn't really make sense of how he can become the pound for pound #1 ranked fighter in the world. It just doesn't make sense in my head. So in my opinion, the only person that deserves to be ranked #1 is Merab. He's the only fighter that's been fighting people in his division. Okay, he's the only fighter in the UFC. Oh, not in the UFC, but he's the only fighter that's beaten multiple champions to get to the title shot. And not only that, but he's beaten an undefeated fighter that was supposedly supposed to beat in Umar Nurmagomedov. All right, dominated that fight, beat him, and then submitted Sean O'Malley and made it look even easier and dominated him in a fashion that nobody could even imagine. All right. So in my opinion, Merab should be ranked #1 pound for pound ranked. That is not even, in my opinion, that's not even negotiable. It should definitely be Merab. Second should be Islam because of what he's achieved, obviously. And then the third fighter should be Ilia Topuria. I do not think Ilia Topuria deserves to be #1 pound for pound ranking. I said it before in my live chats, and I'll say it again. He's fighting sloppy seconds of Islam Makhachev. So what makes him pound for pound #1? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. Okay. But let me know on the chat if you guys want to see Jon Jones fight at the White House. And if he does fight at the White House, who does he fight at the White House? Let me know. And do you guys want to see Conor McGregor fight Michael Chandler at the White House? I want to know. Let me know on the chat. I need to know right now what the fans are thinking. I need to know. Because, I mean, for me, I don't want to see either of those guys when we're talking about Jon Jones and Conor McGregor fight at the White House. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it at all. I don't want to see it at all. I think there's other exciting fighters out there that can actually come into the White House and make things very, very much interesting. Okay, I already saw Jon Jones fight Stipe Miocic, and that wasn't even that exciting. It really wasn't. I'd rather watch Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall headline that event at the White House. I don't want to see either fight. Thank you. Thank you, Wolf Chief. At least I know for a fact, I know for a fact people are going to agree with me. They don't want to see that trash. They don't want to see that trash. All those guys that I just mentioned are out of their prime. Jon Jones, out of his prime. Michael Chandler, out of his prime. Definitely out of his prime. He's taking enough L's, like I said. Conor McGregor, way out of his prime. And not only that, but he probably only go to the White House to get the white bag. Okay? Probably go to the Oval Office and do 2 or 3 lines. I definitely don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I think it should be Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira headliner. That's a very interesting fight. I want to see it. And I want to possibly Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes, because Kayla Harrison is an American fighter, the only American champion in the UFC. So I might as well bring her ass into the White House, where she could be a great representative. Okay, and I don't know. I don't know what else can, I don't know who else can be on that card, to be honest with you. But very entertaining. Very entertaining. Let me tell you something. All right. Very entertaining. I'm interested in seeing who the hell Dana White brings to the White House. I want to see this. I want to see this because, I mean, if Conor McGregor actually has a fight at the White House, I might just go crazy. If that's not Dana White privilege, then I don't know what is it. Honestly, I'm being for real, man. I'm being dead ass. It's atrocious. It's atrocious. All right, the Dana White privilege that we're gonna get if Conor McGregor gets the privilege to fight at the White House. I don't want to see it, guys. I don't want to see it at all. That's straight trash. I think we deserve better. As the fans, we deserve better. It's enough that the Ultimate Fighter, it's in shambles. It's enough that the heavyweight division is in shambles. It's enough that we got strung along by Jon Jones for damn near a year. It's enough that the women's bantamweight division, you're actually praying that Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison have a trilogy fight where they could stall that damn women's bantamweight division for about 2 to 3 years. Because let me tell you something, that women's bantamweight division is just as bad as the men's heavyweight division. All right? It's enough. It is enough. I'm done with it. The UFC think they're doing favors out here, and they're not. The product that they're giving us is subpar. The product that the UFC is giving us is subpar. 2025 has been a crash out. Okay? Oh, and not to mention, guys, Jamal Hill, he's right now #1 candidate for crash out of the year for 2025. And he was already my number one candidate for 2024. All right? He already won the award in 2024 for crash out of the year, Jamal Hill. All right, over what he did over Thanksgiving dinner, beating up his brother, punching his teeth down his throat because, the bacon wasn't cooked to his liking. I mean, oh my gosh, bro. The debacle that the UFC is right now. The debacle that the UFC is right now, guys. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. It's entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? From a viewership perspective, right? Yeah. I just hope a lot of things change. You know what I mean? I hope a lot of things change, man. Hill is a disgrace. I agree with you. I couldn't disagree with you. Man. Not at all. Not at all. I think Hill is going to continue to take losses. And I think the fight that they need to make right now, I think they need to book it, is Dominic Reyes versus Jamal Hill. I think they need to book that fight because I think they're in two different spectrums right now. Jamal Hill is on a losing streak, and he's basically packing his bags on his way out to another organization, okay? And how sweet would it be to see Dominic Reyes actually come back from his losing streak and now be on a winning streak, because Dominic Reyes is on a winning streak, right? And if he's able to come back, beat Jamal Hill, and send Jamal Hill out of the organization, excuse me, that would be so sweet to me, man. That would be so sweet. So Dominic Reyes versus Jamal Hill, they need to book that fight. I'm very much interested in seeing it. I think Dominic Reyes could sleep Jamal Hill, honestly. I think Dominic Reyes is the better fighter. I think Jamal Hill is way past his whatever you want to call prime. All right, and book it. Let's go. I want to see it. I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. How about Conor McGregor, guys? Do you think Conor McGregor will actually have the privilege to go to the White House? I understand you might not, you might not want to see that fight, and neither do I. I don't want to see that fight. But do you think he'll get the privilege to fight at the White House? Let me know in the chat. Do you think it'll happen? Okay, because I already saw a tweet with Dana White saying that he's interested in seeing Conor McGregor fight at the White House. So do you think the UFC would actually pull that off? And if they do pull that off, who does he fight? Let me know in the chat. Rapid fire, because I'm out of here in a few seconds. Maybe. Wolf Chief says maybe. Maybe, right? Oh, man. What a joke, guys. What a joke that we're here today still talking about Conor McGregor actually competing in any sport or any organization. It's ridiculous at this point, in my opinion. It honestly is. The guy is way past his prime. I mean, he pulled out because of a toe injury. If the UFC actually pulls this off and calls, Conor McGregor to fight at the White House, I don't know what I might just do. Honestly, I don't know what I might just do, because I think there's other fighters that are deserving to fight on that card. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. And to see Conor McGregor be on such a long layoff, and you don't even know what the product is going to look like. You don't know what Conor McGregor is going to look like inside that octagon. He could look like complete trash. You know what I mean? And that's the risk that you're willing to take to bring him into the White House in front of 25,000 people. First event at the White House, most likely the first and last event at the White House, because there's not going to be another president that holds another, UFC event. Guaranteed. Atrocious. But you're right. Maybe it will happen. You're absolutely right. Maybe it will happen because Dana White is convinced that Conor McGregor is the greatest of all time. Dana White is convinced that Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. It's crazy. Yeah, he is famous. He's famously famous for, catching cases in bathroom stalls, guys. That's what Conor McGregor is right now. All right, that's the lasting memory that I have of the guy. I don't remember anything else. Kidding me right now? Nothing. Trash. Conor McGregor, trash. His legacy, trash. I'll tell you what, guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but things are getting very much interesting. Very much interesting. We shall see how everything unfolds. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. Like I always say, you guys are doing a great job of building this community. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, share. Don't forget to click that bell notification. It keeps us all connected in this community that you guys are building. And like I always say, guys, this channel is yours. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. I'm out of here, guys. Until next time, peace, bless.